Two South American teams found themselves on Rocket League's biggest stage, in a position that no one from their region had ever been before. And it all came down to the goal that would have changed everything. The story behind this moment is entrenched in South American Rocket League, which began in 2018. It was the fourth region to be included in the professional Rocket League scene, and initially the region would seriously struggle in any international event that they entered.
INTZ, it's gonna drop down, and PSG 3-0 INTZ.
Well, you can see the struggling, the defeat from INTZ, knowing that they were so close, and it has to.
As a result of this, they would be labelled as a minor region, a region that couldn't quite compete with the top dogs of EU and NA, and would be written off by the entire Rocket League community. But slowly and surely, while no one was watching, the region would begin to show glimpses of what was about to come. This was first in a team known as Furia. Furia would join in the midst of the COVID period, and would come to dominate the region in the online format. And when I mean dominate, I mean dominate.
Segue tirar, lá vem Yanks. Passa pro meio, vai sobrar pra Card no chute! Sequência, manda na backboard, o chute, Caio desceu! Faltando, Caio TG1 joga pro alto, tenta fazer gol na sequência, 3!
Free of control when they start getting these touches, and that's a great bump from Caio going forward hard, trying to convert it into the top left corner.
Vendo, já aconteceu isso da última vez, olha só, você chamou e veio! Não, quem tá no ar é do Fio. Card, novamente, tem boost pra esse aéreo, acabou. Sede, aproveita pra fazer um bump, Caio
And how it didn't really start out the way that they wanted it to. Yanks being that mechanical. Oh my goodness, Caio!
The defense has been holding strong with these clears from Furia.
Nice touch down the field, the backboard's open, double touch goal! Furia have the lead!
Squishy milliseconds behind.
By this point, Furia was the clear best team in South America. No one came close to them. But despite this, they wouldn't be able to translate it internationally, losing out early in the full major. So even with all this dominance, Furia and South America would be written off. That is, until one team decided to change that, and of course, I'm talking about the club. The club was formed with one purpose: to dethrone Furia and show everybody that South America was more than a one-team region. But it would be a seriously tough task, largely due to the fact that they formed with only one more split to go, and this made their chances of qualifying for Rocket League's biggest event in the World Championship much slimmer. If they were going to do it, they would have to beat out Furia, which is something that no one had done up until that point. And in the first event, although they did very well against everybody else, when it came to their big brother in Furia, they would fall just a little bit short. In the first two events, they would fall to Furia both times, but as the split went on, it was obvious that the club was starting to figure out Furia. And in that third event, they finally got that all-important win. Unfortunately though, Furia would come back and beat them not once, but twice to take out the regional once again. And after a loss like this, your mental health can seriously suffer, which is where this video sponsor comes in. Many people struggle with life and mentality issues, but can't afford to spend hundreds of dollars on support. This is where Mentality Refresh comes in. For a cheap $10 per month subscription, you gain access to a massive community of people who are there for you and will provide 2 bi-weekly mentality drop-in sessions each month, as well as daily support in their community Discord. If you're interested in Mentality Refresh, check the link in the description. Now, where were we? Well, going into the spring major, the club would find itself out of contention for Worlds. Well, not yet. In a remarkable turn of events, the club could still qualify if either Team Secret or Furia did well enough in the spring major and earned South America an extra spot at the World Championship. And it didn't look likely with Team Secret falling out early, but incredibly it would be the big brother Furia who would finally break the South American curse and make a top 6, securing the club a spot at the World Championship. The club received a gift from their arch rivals, and knowing how lucky they were, they made the most of it. At the World Championship, the club would fight through the Ruthless Swiss stage, securing a spot at the main event, and both Furia and the club would find themselves in the same group. And as fate would have it, they would verse each other once again in arguably South America's most important match. It was important for a couple of reasons. The first was the fact that whoever won would qualify for the playoffs of the World Championship, something that had never been done by a South American team. The second would be to settle who was the #1 team in South America. But most importantly, this was South America's chance to show the world that they could win it all. Everybody could sense the importance of this moment, and all eyes were now on South America.
Spotlight only gets brighter. The stakes keep getting higher. It's time for the final stop on the road to Championship Sunday.
Y así se hace historia. Tenemos por primera vez dos equipos suramericanos enfrentándose en un LAN del Campeonato Mundial de Rocket League.
What a moment this has been in a season that South America has taken over. They get to do it not figuratively, but literally. Dickies Arena belongs to Sam. History has been made today, and it's going to be the brothers from South America. It's just back and forth between these two teams. There's the set, there's the finish! Furia won! The club nothing!
Middle against the best guys in the world. Now with the chance for the pass guard. Oh, he's gonna make it himself.
Yeah, we'll wind down the clock. 2-0. We're out here seeing 6-7 goal games. No, this is the mature, the better, the dangerous South America.
Yang, point all the way. As he knows, pass for Caio again.
On that play, though, it looked like Yan just got frustrated. He didn't need to come forward for that. He was in a good position to start with and just drifted away. But cards will Furia have found triple match point.
All of a sudden, the club's tournament life was on the line, but it's in this very moment that they proved why South America was more than a one-team region.
Those shots and just make everyone wonder, is he ever going to pass this ball? Oh! What a demo! Moving back, but probably it would have gotten blocked, so he decided to wait on it, and now! That's roaming! I'm telling you guys!
Second reset, gets a good block. There it is! Is that free? Yes, it is!
We're gonna have a game of number 6 between the club and Furia.
Those boost totals. More steals coming out. KV1 to try and... Going against them. They know the defensive power of the club, and they know that that is in their net. Support coming. Lost to put the ball on the floor. Will the club send us instead? Card takes the ball. He's passed us from it. Then Yan can't get there in time.
The club would force a Game 7 in the series, and they were now on the verge of eliminating the very team that had brought them to this moment. South America had well and truly proven itself, but incredibly, it wasn't done yet.
So where dreams are made.
This is the calm before storm.
Furia, do they have the bounce back?
Furia contra el club. Tenemos juego número 7 aquí en el Dickies Arena para ver quién pasa al top 8 mundial. And he says, I think the club play better. They do play better when they have this opportunity. Oh, Caio! That gives space to Stromic and KV1 to get some boost. Record. Oh, what a dunk from Caio!
It only takes one member of Furia to defend. They only have to hold on for 50 seconds, and there will be a championship Sunday.
They are keeping the ball to themselves, so they have an opportunity to not forbid the ball. And the Stromic finding that over 90.
27 seconds. One goal needed. Can the club do it?
Trying to waste as much as they can. Lost, missing that one. Caio again. Stromic needs to defend that one. Over Caio. Yanks again on the net. Another chance. Yanks very slowly with that one. And now KV1. Leave it to Lost. Lost con el drible.
And now to the moment. Lost, without any boost, gets a 50 that sends the ball back into their half. And as the ball flies up, the clock hits 0. But it's not the end for the club. As long as they can keep the ball from touching the ground, they still have a chance to equalize. All they would need to do is pull off one of the greatest 0-second plays in Rocket League history. With the ball flying towards his half, KV1 knows he has to go for this ball. The ball flies over his head, and with Caio coming up on his left, he knows his only chance is to hit it towards the wall. By the slimmest of margins, he does exactly that. However, this gives Furia a chance to drop the ball to the ground, with Card being positioned perfectly to hit the ball. The club realise this, and Astromech, picking up only a couple of small pads, finds himself in a position where he needs to challenge. He jumps later than Card, and without any boost, but still gets the perfect 50 that sends the ball upwards. Up until this point, the club have purely been on defense, just trying to keep the ball upwards. But it's in this moment that they realized Furia had overcommitted on the play, and they now sensed an opportunity for a counterattack. KV1 spots his teammate in Lost to the side, and as soon as this ball goes up, knows he has to get a pass to him. So he jumps at the exact same time as Yan and gets the perfect pass middle, which just goes past Yan. And as the ball went to Lost, everybody in the crowd in South America and in the world held a collective breath, because they all knew that the club could score a goal that would change everything. Lost gets one touch on the ball while both Kaio and Card scramble back as quickly as they can. As he gets this first touch, Kaio knows he has to jump up for this ball and goes early, trying to make it easier for his teammate who doesn't have any boost. Lost, however, notices him out of the corner of his eye and gets a second touch, which sends it to the backboard. And with Kaio flying past and Card without any boost, Lost, along with the rest of the world, thought that this would be a certain goal.
Los intenta hacer el partido, pero no puede ser. La bola cayendo al suelo en este momento. Kurt la deja arriba. Viene KV1 hacia el centro para Lost. Lost con el disparo hacia la portería contra todo el mundo. ¡Vamos y no!
And it all came down to the smallest detail. Card, even without boost, decided to pre-flip into the ball to try get a touch, even though his teammate and Kaio had already gone. And remarkably, he would snick the ball, delaying Lost's hit for 0.85 seconds, which doesn't sound like a lot, but makes the angle of Lost's shot significantly harder. In fact, impossible. It all came down to this tiny hit. If not for this, we may have witnessed one of the greatest goals in Rocket League history. And I think this sums up how incredible this play, this series, and this story really is. From South America starting out so poorly and slowly rising to take over the Rocket League stage and give us one of the greatest series and endings in Rocket League history. And of course, this would all lead to a moment that is well documented. But I think many forget how they got to that moment and how close it was to not happening at all, because one goal would have changed everything.